everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we have, as you can see, a speed build. Yay. You may ask, why is there a speed build on there? And I would respond, yesterday I was feeling real enthusiastic, and then I started building and then I got real sad. So this is going to be an explanation as to why building is the bane of my existence. I respect people who are good at building, but building just takes so unnecessarily long for me. I don't understand. If you relate, please leave a comment. If you have any tips as to why building may take longer for some people, or how to make building go shorter, then please leave them in the comments, because your girl needs help. So you may ask, why do you feel like that? You only have a small apartment as to which you desire to furnish. And I would respond, this little apartment took me 3 hours to furnish. And you may say, what? And then you'd be right. Because 3 hours is way too long for this small little thing. It literally took me probably about 30 minutes to decide what swatches I would like to use for the kitchen, because as you can see, I didn't have a clue what I was going for, which was probably problem number one, but I started with that, as you can see here, and there's going to be a big jump cut because I just went, there she is. I went cut crazy because I had to get this video from 30 minutes to, the goal was 10, but as you can see, we're at 15, and that's just how it's going to be. So as you can see, I switched the counters and we eventually landed on a blue. So then I was like, yeah, we're going to make this apartment blue. So then I went crazy with the blue, as you might imagine. And it just spread to that area by the door. And I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Please tell me what you would have done if you had that blank space. Because I imagine this apartment to fit two best friends who living in the city. Do they go to university? We don't know. Maybe. Because I've imagined... Okay, so me getting my inspiration from YouTube. I imagine there'd be two roommates who have the ability to decorate very cutely. At first, this was supposed to be very minimal with pops of color. And then we land on blue. Blame the backsplash. Blame the black. Oh my gosh, I said it again. Blame. Oh God, I need a nap. Blame the backsplash for being blue, because I was just minding my own business, and then I just happened to stumble upon that backsplash, and I was like, oh, I like that. So then we ended up with blue counters, blue cabinets, and all of the above. Because someone please, question of the day. How do you decide what you're going to build? And how do you get a theme? Because I thought I had one, but then it switched so many times, and then y'all just don't. For the sake of the video, I sped this video up 600%. So, and the kitchen still took 5 minutes out of my 30. Just trying to figure, do you see the lack of space? Why did it take that long? Oh my goodness. I don't understand. I think good builders do some kind of sorcery to where they can get a theme like that. And it would be even worse if I actually tried to build a house. That's why I stuck with apartment. I was like, apartment, not too hard. Maybe I'll be okay. But no, I wasn't okay. I was very frustrated. And then the time kept passing and I was getting nowhere. Like, the rooms were fine. It was just that kitchen section. I was so frustrated with this, but we made it to the end. So on a more positive note, we're done with this build, and hopefully you get some entertainment. I highly doubt that anyone would download this. It's kind of cute, but it's still, I don't know. It's like something's missing right now. I forgot how it looked in the end, to be honest, even though I did this yesterday. But I feel like it's maybe, okay, you let me know your opinion. Maybe at the end it'll be slightly better. We don't know. But if you have any clues or tips as to how I could get a color scheme going, that would be great. Oh, the other thing. Well, I think this makes it okay. So my number one issue with my building, like this has nothing to do with the Sims. They're great with the build mode and all that other stuff. But my issue with building is I can't pick wall colors to save my life because they're either too matchy or they don't match at all. And I don't know how to make them, and they just take up, like, they're so abrupt. Like, wall colors are so prominent. I don't understand how anyone picks their wall colors and has it look nice at the same time. So I settled on this dark blue, and I still think that it's very loud. But as you can see, I have a statement wall there, and I feel like in every house that I have built, there's a statement wall. Why does every wall need to make a statement? I don't know, but it's there. Yay. Okay, and then I forgot what pack I got that rug and that chair out of, but they matched, and I was like, oh yay, finally something that matched. But then I came to realize that it was a whole set. So if I used everything that matched, then it would have looked too matchy. So that was another issue I had, but we survived. We did not use, I don't remember if we used rug or not, to be honest, but we didn't. It's there now. And we did change it. Here's another jump. Haha. So now the counters are white. So maybe you'll see my issues. Like, just look at the counters and see how many times they change. I don't remember, I don't think that was the last color we went with. But the counters, I'm pointing out the stuff that changed. So the counters changed and the rug changed. Probably 3 times before the cut. Well, after the part I cut. And to now, it probably changed 3 times. But this is the part I decided to keep. And if anyone can explain why my front door is now blended in with the wall, that'd be nice too. It just kind of happened somewhere in between, and I decided that I didn't care enough to do that. It's probably when I turned on the cheat. I did use bb.move objects on because I wanted to place my chair where I wanted to place it, and the regular game was not allowing me to do that. So I decided I was going to use move objects, and then we're there. Okay, and then another part about building. Tell me y'all's opinion on clutter. I think it's nice to an extent, but it's very tedious to place. And I don't know, does it make y'all games run any slower or faster? Some people, I guess if you have the monster PC, probably not. But clutter for me, I didn't think it was worth it to put. I mean, I have a little candle by the below plate, but that's about it as far as clutter. Wait, let me not speak too soon. I think that's it. So as you can see, now we are on the yellow room. And I have no idea what type of sim would live there. I just imagine it would be someone who appreciates a good color every now and then. But that's the room that I decided that they were going to have. And the bed, nothing else matched. That's why we ended up with that bed. But I kind of feel like that bed's a little ugly. Well, it might not be ugly. It just probably doesn't fit. It doesn't fit, I don't think, what I was trying to do. But then again, I didn't know what I was trying to do. So that's what we ended up with. And as you can see at the bottom right, I have these filters as to what colors I would use. And they actually helped they helped a little bit. But we ended up using, now I think about it, those little chests don't really match. Well, they match the room, but they don't match the aesthetic. But that's a question for another day because this build is done and I am officially over it. So I was having a dilemma as to trying to figure out whether or not this room should have a desk or not. And then I decided it should because it filled up space, and I didn't want to put a TV in the room because I just felt like that this whole apartment needed only one TV, and that's it. So now we are trying to figure out what's going on with the hallway, and I felt like the bookshelf was a good placeholder. Do y'all cover that little box thing on the wall? Not box, but the black thing. Do y'all cover those in your builds? Because I've decided that those are quite annoying. I mean, they've probably been annoying since City Living came out, but this is probably the third apartment that I've made. And I've decided that those are pretty annoying. So I am a building newbie. Please be nice to me. Please be nice. Because Cass is where I thrive. Cass is where I live. If I could live in a specific area, I would describe myself as a Cass person. But we tried our hand at building. And of course, there are probably going to be more builds in the future. Because I would like to get better. I would just like the builds to take a lot less time. And I'm sure it would benefit us all. But that's okay. Because we made it through. Yay. Everyone give a round of applause for that. Okay. So, how are y'all guys doing today? Because I feel like a lot of people aren't asked that question. And I'm tired of talking about this bill. So I guess I'll talk about what I feel like talking about. So, how are y'all guys doing today? I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Thanksgiving is coming up. So, excited about that. I get to go home. I get to leave my dorm. But I have to clean. I still have to clean. I have to clean my dorm before I leave. Because when I get back, there's going to be my family's coming to look in my dorm. So that's always fun. There's a lot of pink in here. If y'all would like me to recreate my dorm in The Sims 4, leave a like. That's so cheesy. But if you would like to see, we'll see what I can come up with. Wait. I have a shelf. I have like this. Y'all know when you have a mini fridge and then you have a little shelf to go around it to put other things on? Yeah, I don't think that exists in The Sims. But they do have that little... No, I don't think... Yeah, we probably have to improvise that one. But that's fine. Oh, I guess I can tell y'all about my dorm decorating experience. So, now that we're on the topic. So, this summer, I graduated in May from high school. Yay. And so, this summer, I decided that I was going to decorate my dorm. I came for the summer semester, so I had to get it between May and the end of June is when I had to get all this stuff. So, where's the first place everyone goes for dorm inspiration? Pinterest. Yay. So Pinterest set the bar really high, and the expectations for... I would just advise anyone who wants to decorate the dorm, lower your expectations, because dorm furniture is absurdly expensive, all to fit in this tiny little room. And as soon as you decide that you're over this dorm and want to move to an apartment, you're gonna have to buy a whole bunch of other stuff because the stuff on your dorm won't work. So I encourage everyone. There are some people who have some really cute dorms. So if you are going to decorate a dorm, I would say that less is more. So in order to to help your walls that are absurdly empty, I would recommend a tapestry, or you can do like the little photo wall. Another thing, command strips absolutely live to me, because I tried to pull that thing off the wall and the paint came off with it. So I was like, oh my goodness, that was a mini tragedy. But it's okay, because my mom came in and she got the little mini thing of paint that was the same color as the wall, and we were good. Which reminds me, another thing that would have been highly annoying, but also, in at least the United States, for the colleges that I know or universities that I know or have visited, they should have added these fees. Because if you go to university in the United States, they love to get money through all the fees that they have. To give y'all an example, like the paint that came off the wall, the command strips, they would charge you for that. And if you break something, it makes sense. But if you break something, you can get a fee for that. If you make too much noise, you get charged for that. If you do anything that's remotely damaging, or the stuff that's not even, in my head, doesn't seem to be very significant, you can also get charged for that. Oh my goodness. They really have got this down to a science as to how they're going to get all this money out of you. But I consider them to be little vampires. But that's probably not the best impression to leave on the people aspiring to go to college. So I would just say, I would probably stick with, if you have the option, go to apartment building, because you can get the same college experience if you have a friend in a dorm, yet you don't have to share well, you might have to, if you get an apartment. You might have to share a bathroom, but if you live in a dorm, you're kind of stuck, and you have all these meetings that you have to go to, and you have to meet your RA, which is a residence assistant, so basically the person you go to when you are confused. Oh, so now we're at the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and if you like hearing me rant, leave a like, and you can comment and subscribe. I would appreciate y'all joining the lovely family, and have a wonderful day.